Better than Lego. Better than Lego.
Matthew Johns is in position for a long-range shot. He's with it now, Matthew Johns. Here goes the kick from Johns.
Welcome to the Johns Family Podcast for week 19.
Hi, Jack.
Hey.
Hi, Jack. How are you?
I'm good, Cherry Tomato. What's going on? She is. She's wearing a lot of red today. Little
Yeah.
Red Riding Hood.
Little Red Riding Hood.
Let's
I
hope-
was feeling a bit bland, so I thought I needed some
Yeah,
livening
let's hope
up.
there's no balls in here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Actually, speaking of bulls, our man Fletch lost a State of Origin bet, and as we speak, he's lying on a table about to get his nipple pierced with a big bull ring.
Really?
Please,
Yes,
no. That's
yes.
not good.
Well, he's
That
got
can't be
those.
good.
Well, but the guy who's going to do it, Benny Hogarth, our producer, sent through a photo of Fletcher's body, and the guy zoomed on Fletcher's nipple and goes, "Oh, that's ace."
That's juicy. He does have like
Do you have big nipples?
very prevalent nipples. They're very pointy and.
Do you ever think? Do you ever think people that have like fetishes go into an industry where they deal with like people might be obsessed with boobs and be like be plastic surgeons, or people are obsessed with feet, so they work at Foot Locker or something like that?
Podiatrist.
Yeah,
or
absolutely. I do.
podiatrist.
Well, I mean, mate,
Fair call. Yeah. And gynecologists.
mate, find a job with something you're passionate about or love, and you'll never work a day in your life. as they
100%.
say.
They say.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
What would be your choice job then, Jacko? Of your fetish?
Me?
Yeah.
Vet.
Phew. No.
He does love animals. Why are you laughing?
Yeah, well,
Let's not.
not that much.
Let's not indulge that. Let's just not indulge it.
Oh.
Yeah. Hello to everyone who rubs Nutella on their genitals.
Good morning, Gaz.
Not funny.
It is funny. Of course, only joking. It's bloody funny. So he's getting Fletch shouted. He's blowing up about it because they
Well,
told.
don't bet.
That's it. Well, they told him, "Oh, it won't hurt a bit."
Oh.
And the guy who's doing it said, "No, it actually does. It's probably the worst place to get done. It'd be better to get done through your scrotum or the eye." What do they say?
Eye of your penis?
No, the head
Royal
of the penis.
Is that what that's called?
Prince Albert. Then getting it through the nipple.
Really?
Nipples are very sensitive.
Oh yeah. Well, think about getting nipple crippled, whereas someone sort of squeezing your testicles, although that hurts. There's a lot of like flaccid skin.
Yeah, but don't they say with nipple crippling it's actually quite dangerous?
Can cause breast cancer.
Yeah, that's right. So I'm wondering, like, piercing a nipple, that can't be fantastic either.
Oh, yeah. I'm not sure. There's a
well,
lot of things.
I kind of think it's probably not sensible.
Maybe.
Is that like?
Sorry, did
you,
I just change the tone?
Yeah. Is that like for sure, or is that just a myth?
No, I think for sure.
I think it's true. Yeah.
They warred against it.
You know how you say like I think for sure? That's sort of like makes me sort of not believe it.
I think I'm certain.
Nah, he listened to it on a podcast.
Pretty sure.
Oh, no, not that same one as the
Yeah.
other thing we had.
Pretty sure it's undeniable.
Yeah. Hey, Trish, let's start with you. Our
Yes.
introductory question this week. If you were a musical instrument, what would you be and why?
I'd be the cowbell. Because
what?
I've got a good beat, it's a constant sound, but after a while it gets really annoying. Yeah, you know, like that Will Smith Saturday Night Live.
Oh, we've made Will
episode.
Ferrell. No, remember Will Smith's the guy who hit Chris Rock?
Sorry.
I was going to say Kid Rock. It was like a big double wrong.
You're so old.
Yeah, on
got
Saturday Night Live where he plays the cowbell with Christopher Walken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blue Oyster Cult.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it gets louder and louder, more cowbell, more cowbell.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just need something more. I mean, guys, you're hot. I'm going to need more cowbell. Seriously.
But the best part of that is as he's like gyrating his abdomen along to the cowbell.
He goes, mate, I'm loving what you're doing. Keep exploring the space. Keep exploring the space. I mean it. Explore it.
Is that Demolition Man, Cobber?
I'm sorry, mate. Zinger number one coming across
That's one.
from Jack. Just put it down there. Number one.
We've had some feedback about your humour actually
Yeah.
this week.
Yeah, I got some
What do
feedback this
we'll wait
weekend
for
as well,
feedback, actually, Trish.
Yeah.
Dad, what about yours?
I'll go the double bass, big and fat, and a boom 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 boom. Love the double bass. Living End brought back the double bass.
Yeah, they
it's a
did.
much
Do you
underrated.
think that'd be an easy instrument to learn, the double bass?
Well, that's your opinion.
I said,
don't-
do you think?
I think it'd be. It's like anything. Good musicians make it look easy.
Yeah.
I think it'd be quite difficult.
Okay.
I like the double bass.
Maybe it's something you could learn.
Stray Cats in the old double bass. Bomb. Yeah, maybe not. These fingers, see, they couldn't go across all the strings.
No, they can't. Jack?
I went with the flute. The boys actually started a bit of a rumor up here in Newcastle that I am a talented flutist. Flutist.
Flute player?
Flautist. I think it's a flautist.
Flautist.
I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure it's not flautist.
Yet again, you use the word think, which makes me not believe you.
Let me Google. Let me Google while you speak.
But the boys made a bit of a rumor up here last year that I play the flute. I get it a lot at home games, people asking me to take out my flute.
Well,
which I
another-
don't know if that's like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Yeah.
That could be jail talk. I tell you what, spreading a rumor about people and just saying, "Hey, he plays the flute." God, I tell you what, mate, you guys are just a bunch of crazy, hilarious dudes up
I
there.
know. Wow.
It's unbelievable. dude.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Honestly, when it comes to humour, you might be in line for another wooden spoon.
Well, it's
Flute
another
humour.
Will Ferrell skit, the flute. He was in Anchorman when he played the flute, wasn't it? Isn't it, Jack?
Thanks, Coot.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it was.
I had the accordion, played by our friend Weird Al Yankovic.
Yes.
I watched his movie the other day with Daniel Radcliffe where he played it.
Would you
Piano
say it's
accordion. Actually, I can see you as that.
Yeah. A very unusual movie, isn't it?
a very unusual movie? Would you describe it as weird?
I would say it's very weird. They sort of just, it's fictitious in the fact where they sort of paint him out to be the biggest star in the world. And they and that his stardom is kind of too big for him and he like gets into drugs and kind of like he's a rock star. Obviously he is in his own sense, but not to the extent. Almost like he's the biggest star, bigger than the Beatles.
The piano accordion is great when you see people who
Popular in
can
the
really
Italian
play
and
it.
gypsy communities.
Yes, Joe Dulce. Joe Dulce, what's the matter with you? But remember, we were in Budapest and we're in that restaurant,
Ah,
and the owners of the
Hungarian
restaurant would walk out and get bands and come in off the street with the piano accordion, violins, and everything.
Yeah.
Jack, what about your week this week?
No, mate, I backed up in the reserve grade, played out at Cessnock on the weekend. Got plenty of feedback from the crowd about the podcast. It's going well.
Really?
Popular?
Yeah, people seem to like my zingers, apparently. And then, pretty cruisy. We trained yesterday and we're going up to Brisbane this
I
week.
tell you, Jack, it was good to see. They gave a lot of you guys. There's a lot of young guys in your reserve grade side, and it was really good to see a lot of the experienced guys go back. And like that would
Yeah, it was
mean that would give all those young players a big lift. Of course, Lockie Miller, Jack Hetherington played. There were a number
Brody
of you.
Jones.
Yeah,
it was a fair crew.
It's really good, and I mean evidence of the difference that makes. Earlier, I mean only a month or so before, Parramatta beat you pretty easily, and yet on the weekend up at Cessnock, you just gave them quite a hiding. It was a great result.
Yeah, reserve grade's sort of that level where you don't know what's going to... There's so much change in personnel every week and injuries from top to bottom that you don't know what's going to go on.
Mate, back in the day when it wasn't so much top 30 and all this sort of stuff, you just had first grade, under 21s and reserve grade. The reserve grade was sort of a mix between young guys just sort of coming up or getting a taste of reserve grade playing against men and older guys coming back. And like some of my favourite times were playing with those older fellas, blokes who'd played State of Origin or played for Australia and coming back and just training and playing with them, it was ace.
I love how every time, Jack, we throw to you for your week, you just go through literally what you've been doing.
Well,
this
isn't
part,
that what it's about?
Dad, stop. This part is about if there's anything funny from your week or something of interest that our listeners might want to listen to. The start of the Cessnock getting feedback from there, that was okay. But then you said, yeah, we trained yesterday. I think we're going up to Brisbane on Thursday. Mate, this is...
Gonna clip my
We
toenails.
don't need to literally know what you've been doing.
Yeah. Well, what we've
why
done,
not?
Yeah, we've just edited
Why
stuff
not?
out that we had to edit some stuff out. What he said about Kalen Ponga wasn't just litigious. Okay, it was just straight out wrong.
Yeah, it was. That's supposed to be your friend.
What are you, Coops? Tell us about that wonderful horse, or should I say that donkey you own?
Yeah, well, first race, de-stormed, as it's known. Myself, Tyron, and Harry Grant are in that with a few AFL boys. Bailey Fritz, James Harms and Clayton Oliver from the D's. That's why it's known as D Stormed.
Oh, right.
It had jumped horrendously, and I thought, you know what, it'll put its head down late. And to be fair to it, the last 200 it did show a little bit of grace, but it ended up coming sixth, which doesn't sound that bad, except for it was a race of 7.
Yeah, right.
So it comes second
Yeah,
last.
big finish, charged from 7 into 6.
Um,
Well, it's probably fitting, that the Cowboys actually stuck it right up the Storm's Shaminda Vast. So it was probably a pretty bad week for our man Harry Grant, apart from the Origin win, of course.
Yeah, the Origin win. So
Can't have everything.
It was funny. The group chat. I was training, so I didn't actually see it race live. But the WhatsApp group was going. It was like State of Origin, where everyone becomes an expert when your horse is racing.
Yeah.
So all the guys in the WhatsApp group were going, mate. Geez, it looks healthy.
Oh.
Geez, it's parading well. Some of he goes, geez, its ass looks good. It's not sweating.
Strong looks good.
Oh.
The other
And,
horses are sweating up.
It's
We
just
got a
getting a
chance
little
here.
bit.
Yeah,
no.
that's what it was. And then the race
rated.
was at 11, and then there was just nothing for like 15 minutes after the race. No one said a word.
Long photo finish.
And
And
then
you
Long photo
realise
finish.
that nothing.
Yeah, and then everyone started commenting, I think there's a lot we can take out of that race. And all
Oh,
this
I
stuff.
love the positivity.
Yeah.
Remember we had that horse Royal Deviant,
Oh.
and the bloke said, look, it's 9 years old, but just stick with me, unbeatable in the wet. So we
Putty.
turn up for its first start, old Putty Davies, rest in peace, old mate. And we turn up, first race, and wouldn't believe it, had Broadmeadow Racecourse in Newcastle. It is pissing down. So it comes in from like 2-1 to 6-4 on. Mate, this thing can't be beat. Finish last. Putty, what happened? Matty, look, it likes the rain, but there was a strike of lightning not long before it went into the barriers, and it's terrified of lightning. So, Putty, you're telling me that you want it to rain, but not too hard. Okay, we've got a very narrow window of opportunity here.
And we actually had our bye week last week, so I went down to Albury, down the
Hey,
country.
and you visited Holbrook, which I talked about
Yeah,
last week,
we
where
did.
they have the cryonics facility.
Justin Holbrook, under pressure.
Australia's only and first cryonics facility.
Yeah, well, I didn't see that. Well, I rocked up there about 7:30 because I'd run out of fuel. I had like 5 Ks left in my tank, and there was no fuel tanks around. Like there was no service stations around for like 50 kilometres. So I pulled into Holbrook, and it was closed. We were freaking out, but then there ended up being a massive one that wasn't even on maps.
Oh, no way,
Yeah,
Coop.
it was
That's
huge.
crazy.
Honestly,
You need
tell-
to follow ways.
Sorry.
Tell us that Flute story again.
Let's. So what happened next? Scoot? Let me guess. You've gone off. Kenneth stayed in the car. You've gone off into the distance, into the dark, and next minute a headless horseman comes the other way with your head on a stick. Is that what? It seems like
What
one of
movie
those
is that?
ones.
Shut up.
That was just an old urban.
So you're going to give it to me, Coop, for talking about my week, and you just put that absolute pile of shit on the
Okay.
podcast.
Well, what about this story? Okay. We were going to Falls Creek to see the snow, and
Wow, great.
a kookaburra flew out in front of my car.
Oh, no.
And I hit it by accident. Obviously, I couldn't get out of the way, otherwise I would have put our lives in danger. So the kookaburra got hit, and Ken is a massive animal lover, so we went back.
Was
and
it on the road or did it hit the windscreen?
It was on the road. Well, I hit it on the windscreen. It flew
Oh, it
up.
flew,
It flew past. Anyway, we had to go back and pick it up, so she wrapped it in one of my T-shirts. And I didn't want it in the car because obviously, like, it's kookaburra.
Oh, geez, I tell you, I'd hate if you run one of us over. Had to take us to hospital. Had to strap us to the roof racks.
Not if there was no chance of survival. I would have left
Isn't
it
there a
there.
movie about that?
So what happened to the kookaburra?
Well, we took it to Falls Creek, and it was honestly, I felt pretty good at this stage because it was like it had ticked something off of its bucket list. I don't know if kookaburras can survive at the snow or they ever have seen snow, but if they haven't, this was the first kookaburra to ever see snow.
Terrific.
And he was sort of like enjoying it. He was looking around,
Did you
soaking
get
it
him
all
out
in.
and play in the snow with
Yeah,
him?
and then on the way back to Albury, he started sort of coming back to life again, and we thought maybe it's just a broken wing, and maybe he's going to survive. So we were looking at the nearest vet. We're going to hang in there, buddy, hang in there. And he sort of looked at me after this amazing day we just had with this kookaburra, and he looked at me, and I thought he was going to almost open it, like at his last breath was going to say, like, thank you or something. And it just spewed all over me, all of its insides,
Oh,
guts and
don't
everything.
don't say.
Were all over me, my jumper, my face was on top of my lip. And then I just forced Kenna to pull over. I wrapped it up in a towel and I just put it under this little tree, gave it a proper burial, and then I was out of there.
Was it dead?
Sick.
Yeah.
Did it die?
Yeah, it passed away.
Okay, can we go back to
Sorry.
Jack's training,
Yeah.
maybe? Okay, we've heard from the idiot child. Now let's hear from number one son. How did your university exam go? Could you be the first Johns to ever pass an exam?
On his side of the family.
Possibly. Yeah, it was actually quite weird. You know what's annoying about exams? Reading time.
Yeah.
Do you, like, I reckon just let us start writing. Jesus, reading time is a complete waste.
Well, not if someone's a
There
really
you go.
slow reader.
Yeah, I'm lost.
Oh,
Anyway.
well. Jeez.
What about your week, guys?
Well, Cooper, I'd like to raise something. The other night, I said to Kenna and Coop, I said, because I'd cooked like loads of things over the weekends, and I sort of said, you know what, I'm not going to
I was
have.
spewing like a kookaburra, by the way.
Trish, finish.
For anyone who can't see this, it's a long death stare. Anyway, I said to Coop, you sort yourselves for dinner. There's stuff in the fridge. I'm not going to have dinner. Not long after that, food delivery. I went, what did you get? Oh, Mexican. Yeah, it's really good. I went, you didn't think to ask. And Cooper goes, you said you weren't going to have dinner. I said, yeah, I wasn't going to have dinner if I had to freaking make it.
But is that fair enough, Dad? If she says, if she says to me, you guys sort yourselves for dinner, I'm not going to have dinner, isn't that her indicating she's not eating?
Agreed.
Should you order food in a household without asking anyone else in the house, would they like anything?
But I ordered it straight after you said that. So that was you saying, I don't want anything.
That's not true.
It did sound like you were going to eat dinner, Trish, if that's the word you said. And you're not really stating that. You're not really opposing what he's saying. And if they're the words that come out of your mouth, I'd have to agree.
I did say I'm not going to have dinner, so you sort yourselves out.
This sounds like a familiar tale. Sometimes when we'll go, we might stop at a bit of a road trip or somewhere, stop over, and we'll stop at a country pub, and I'll say, what are you thinking? You're going, I just want to have something healthy. No worries. I might get the lamb salad. Sweet. I'll get the schnitzel and chips with the pepper gravy, please. Yep. Comes back, she goes, oh, my God, how good does yours look? Get your fingers off my chips, you devil woman. And you put it on my thigh.
What?
Hey, big news. My multi got up last week. My Ned's same game multi in the South versus Titans game.
I hope everyone was listening.
I went South to win. Alex Johnson, 2 tries or more. Cody Walker to get a try. Thank you very much. Wham, bam, thank you, man. 12-1.
Yeah.
Bush.
Wow.
Yep. Hence these new glasses. And you can't see it now, but this new nipple ring that I've just got, a stainless steel one. But I just put it out there for people too, so on a serious note. See the change of inflection then. Now this week, or next week should I say, interviewing the great Don Walker, of course, of Cold Chisel fame. He's got a new album out, which debuted at number 2. It's going gangbusters. Look, I'm going to ask him some questions. Look, if you just get in touch via our Trish, how are we?
Yeah, get through my Insta.
Yes.
Trish Johns AUS.
If there's any questions. Just one person. Okay, we don't want you to get carried away and start sending 10 questions through. Just a question here, a question there from people, and I'm just going to sort of blend them in.
Anything else from your week, by the way?
No.
Dad?
We went to the casino.
Oh,
went
we
to the
did
casino
too.
Friday night.
That was fun.
It was really good, and we'll watch the Tigers game.
Oh, that was heartbreaking for every Tigers fan.
It was
Poor buggers.
because what had happened.
Exhilarating then.
When you're in a
Sad.
casino, you lose all sense of time. You sort of just. Well, I'm watching the Tigers Canberra game, and I'm watching the first half, and it's 18-0 already. Then all of a sudden, the Tigers make this comeback, and it's 5 minutes to go, and I go, "What's Luke Brooksy's kicking a field goal?" Like it was just before half time, 19-18, and I'm watching everyone just going berserk, and I thought, I've never seen so much joy and atmosphere and jubilation and tension in a game before half time. And then I realised it's the second half.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It might have been the fact that I had 30 drinks on board
man.
as well.
And you were chatting. There were a lot of people coming up to say hi.
It was very nice. We had a lot of podcast listeners.
Yeah.
I heard
nice.
plenty of Trish fans as well. Is that right,
Yeah,
Dad?
there were some Trish fans. There absolutely was. This Italian couple that came up. A little annoying, okay, but that's the Italian way.
They were nice. Stop it.
They had their ways.
Yeah, you just say that about anyone to do with anything with me.
Hey, I just wanted to raise a point quickly too. I saw earlier in the week, Cole and Jackie O have actually they've exceeding their ratings. They've broken their record for their ratings in Australia.
Have
They've
they?
got a 17.9% market share, which means
Wow.
Cooper Johns is having an impact.
It's the Cooper factor.
I don't think it's any coincidence. I don't think it's any coincidence that, I've been on there for, what, two weeks now, and then they break record ratings.
Yeah.
What
We reckon, Gav, getting quite a cume. You're on the wave. It's all radio ratings talk. You guys wouldn't know about that. Yeah, it's just they're getting quite the cume, and they're on the ratings wave at the moment.
What is
Don't
that?
worry, Coop. Best yet to come. They're on a momentum.
Have you ever had that many ratings? Have you ever been a part of a show with that many ratings?
No.
High ratings?
Hey,
Oh, well, not radio show.
Hey,
But sometimes it's not all about the ratings.
that's what I used to say. Okay, just please don't repeat that again. That was just a you and I conversation. Oh, Trish, it's not just about the ratings. And by the way, 2.1's great. Do you know once we had a stint when they were at when Colin Jack Today FM and they were rating 10.9 and we got up to 8.5.
Really?
We were close. We were breathing down their necks.
But
Unfortunately,
then again, that all come up to MG though. MG,
it was the MG.
the Prince of the West.
He was.
Do you think that, so does this mean that 2GB, because they were usually the market leaders, they've obviously, they've dropped.
Oh, wow.
So that's where they've taken their share. They've probably taken their share from quite a few places.
Put your mics out for Ray and Ben. Okay. Hey, Ray just signed a new contract. $10 million contract.
God, good on him.
God, he'll be able to buy it, you mate. Yeah. Imagine.
And he sold his beautiful place out at Jurong.
Yeah, he did. Did you give you that tour, didn't he?
He did give me a tour.
I couldn't believe
It was beautiful.
that sex dungeon he's
He
got
what?
downstairs.
Stop
It's
it.
unbelievable. I thought Had lived into that stuff.
Stop it.
You got the old battery up to the nipples. Listen here,
Is
you
that why they
Paul
call him bolts?
Yeah, that's it. That's why they call him bolts.
Oh, right.
'Cause he
That all makes
he's-
sense.
He's got a high charge, truck battery, or it's actually battery to a tractor, and he just goes bush, boltsy. Truck stuck in the gorge.
I don't imagine that's good for your nipples.
Well, ask Ray. I tell you what we'll do, Coops. How about we take a real quick break and come back with your nasty review?
That sounds good. And welcome back to the podcast. We're going straight back into Nasty Review. Just before I get into Nasty Review as well, I've had a lot of people sort of message me about Game 2 of Origin, obviously. Last Nasty Review a bit earlier in the year, I'd retired from rep football. And a few people with Nathan Cleary going down and game in the balance up at Suncorp. I got a few messages just asking me about that. I just want to really reinforce I will not be putting myself up for selection.
What?
Yeah. I don't know.
Wow.
I know it's...
it was news that rocked the Origin world. You, Josh Papali'i, both retiring from Origin.
Yeah.
You know what, Coop's selfless. You've had your go.
Yeah.
Time for someone else to take
I think
the
there's
bat.
other people that can probably step up. I don't know if they're going to be able to do as good a job, but they can, they can take the reins from here.
One day.
Maybe one day. Now, for the Nasty Review, onto that, Dad, you're actually going to take over and give us a little celebrity appearance today.
I don't know. I just went down a rabbit hole the other night because one of the movies I hate of all time is Twilight, with that sweaty guy who looks like he's been on a skateboard all the time, and Kristen Stewart and Robert Pattinson. Oh, my God. Does Kristen Stewart ever smile?
No.
I mean, how hard is it? And Robert Pattinson, God, pasty. Anyway, it made 300...
I think that's part of the...
He's a
movie.
vampire.
Yeah, in the movie.
Yeah, but he's pasty as Batman too.
in
He was
general.
a bad Batman.
Yeah, but he's a bat.
No, he was good, Batman.
Well, he's a Batman.
And the only thing I liked him in was Z. What was that one? The Land of Z.
Oh,
Lost City.
Lost City of Z. Wonderful. Now, this movie made $390 million at the box office, so it was somebody's taste. Mark Salov of the Austin Chronicle said, I've had mosquito bites that were more passionate than this undead, unrequited, and altogether unfun, pseudo-romantic riff on Romeo and Juliet. Mark, I totally agree.
really?
Yeah.
I didn't. I loved it.
Did you love it?
I liked Twilight.
Yeah, okay.
The whole series.
You got
I
the
watched
vampire,
most of them.
You got the vampire look today.
Oh, I'm a tomato. I'm a vampire.
Bloodsucker.
Can I do one more? Battlefield
No.
Earth, which is
No, you
known as
can't.
the biggest box
No, you
office
can't.
failure of all
No.
time.
No, let him go. Trish.
Jason Howard, the Wallace of the Washington Post, said about John Travolta's Battlefield Earth. He said, Battlefield Earth saves its scariest moment for the end. A virtual guarantee that there will be a sequel. Well done.
Brilliant. I like that. Are we into Jack's 5-1?
Say it, baby.
Let's go, Jack. Keep improving.
I've got I've gone top 5 copyright issues with songs where they've had obviously similarities that have gone pear-shaped.
I love these.
So I'll kickstart with I went with Queen and David Bowie versus Vanilla Ice for Under Pressure versus Ice Ice Baby. Obviously the intro was pretty very similar.
But I thought he just sampled it. I assumed.
He claimed in court that Queen's one goes dun 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 dun, and his one goes dun 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 dun. So it just didn't work well. But he actually he lost a lot of money on that one.
Sure did.
Then I've gone with John Fogerty versus John Fogerty, obviously the lead singer of Creedence. He was actually sued by a previous manager for actually copying or having a song too similar to a song that he wrote with Creedence. So The Old Man Down the Road was apparently too similar to a song he wrote and produced called Run Through the Jungle. So that's a bit complicated.
That manager signed him when they were young, just young guys in San Francisco,
criminal,
just looking for a
what
chance.
he did.
It's really a horrendous story in John Fogerty's autobiography.
Wow.
I've gone with Chuck Berry versus the Beach Boys. So there's a song by Chuck Berry called Sweet Little 16. Now, I've never actually heard it. I listened to it just before. It pretty much exactly is Surfing in the USA. And then they claimed that it was actually to honour Chuck Berry. They did the song, but that didn't go down well with Chuck. So he actually got writer credit for it.
Absolutely, totally identical.
Wow.
Yeah. And then I've gone with Stairway to Heaven by Spirit at number 2. Versus Spirit. Spirit is was a band a couple of years earlier did a song called Taurus. Now, if you listen to that song, it sounds very, very similar to Stairway to Heaven. Right. So that was obviously...
Did they win?
The case was thrown out. It was thrown out in 2018, but it was a long it had gone for decades.
Wow.
This court case. And then number 1, I've gone with Marvin Gaye's Estate versus Robin Thicke and Pharrell Williams.
Oh, yeah.
So this was the big one. This one, for that song Blurred Lines, it was done for being too similar to Got to Give It Up Part 1 by Marvin Gaye. So, yeah, that was a bit of an ugly one, that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. They do get ugly, those things. I think sometimes, like the Chuck Berry Beach Boys one, total takeoff. But you think sometimes, man, there's only riffs and chords. So many riffs and
you know,
chords,
another sad one was Men at Work, and Kookaburra sits on the old gum tree.
Awful.
Well,
shocking.
Ed Sheeran. Someone tried to get Ed Sheeran not long ago.
Yeah.
for a similar
Marvin
thing,
Gaye.
and he took.
That
his-
got thrown out.
He took his guitar.
He's passed away, Marvin Gaye.
Yeah, it's his state.
So it's his family.
Rest in
Yeah.
peace, Marv.
Thanks, guys. He took his guitar into chord and played the chord sequence because there's only, like you said, there's only so many chord sequences. He played the chord sequences and sang so many different songs with the chord sequences and just proved to them that there's only so many and that got thrown out.
I posted on my Instagram the other day, there's a piece someone sent me where a guy plays the same chords to about 10 different songs.
Yeah.
And it's identical.
Well,
They're all very well-known songs.
Well, they use your thing from Instagram in the court.
Yeah.
For the thing, yeah. No, your actually thing.
Shut
you
up.
go look on Trish Johnson's Instagram. Have a listen to this.
knobnuts.
He went, throw it out. Well done to you.
Well done, Trish. Trish, go on. Take pop culture.
Now, Jacko, you pointed out, I haven't heard this, but apparently there's a big controversy. The twin servos on the M1, the Maccas are changing to Hungry Jacks. Is that right on both sides?
After July, I've heard.
Wow.
Crazy.
Serious?
Apparently, the rent was doubling, and they went, "I'm out of here."
Oh,
And
really?
They're going to do something. They're going to do something different a bit further up the highway, apparently. But yeah,
Well, that's actually clever. Actually, well, you know what? If you own that land and you owned it and you kind of think you got a monopoly on that and they've taken advantage and doubling the rent, thinking, well, they're not going to move, are they?
Wow.
So they've stood up and went, well, no, we'll move.
Yeah.
Anything else for pop culture for the week?
Following on from Robert De Niro having his 7th child that we spoke about the other day at the age of 79, Al Pacino, has come out during the week, and he's expecting his 4th child. He's 86.
Oh,
Well,
really?
he's barely going to see that child turn 10, if that.
Wow.
Jeez.
You know, just because you can doesn't mean you should, guys. You know?
How old is the partner?
Oh, younger, of course.
Yeah. I think she's late 20s.
Considerably younger than
look, it's a wonder they can still get it up, let alone not shoot
Well,
blanks.
do you know
I
what?
can't even imagine what the sound it would make when it's coming out. When it,
Like what?
like the ejaculation.
What, does it have a sound?
It usually, a healthy one's like,
Or the sound Al Pacino would make while he's making love. Yeah. Oh, baby. Yeah. I'm coming.
say hello to my little friend.
Yeah. Oh, wow. What do you know? What do you know?
Oh, Jesus.
My predicament of the week, guys. A really quick one. And this might make you claustrophobic.
Oh,
Okay, would you prefer to be in prison for a month? I do a lot of these prison things.
you do.
I do. 'Cause when I was a kid, I remember I used to be terrified about going to prison.
I think
Trying
everyone-
to work out what I'd have to do to fight off the guys in the showers. Anyway, prison for a month, under house arrest for 6 months, or locked in a small box for 2 days, where you're curled up, face against the side of the box, knees tucked under your chin, that tight. 2 days, 1 year, house arrest, prison for a month.
Hang on, you said 6 months.
I'm going to extend it.
But that because you knew I'd be easy
So
on that.
prison for a month, under house arrest for a year, locked in a small box, curled up literally for 2 days.
What sort of level prison are we talking here, Cowbell?
I'd say moderate, not one of those farming, but not exactly supermax. Just something in between.
Okay, I'm going house arrest for a year.
Do you have,
I love home.
Are you
I
getting-
love being home.
okay. Do you get food or anything in the box, or you just 2 days no water, no
Oh.
food?
2 days. 2 days.
No,
You can survive without
Don't
water
do
on
that
for 2
to me.
days.
Well, you probably could, but
don't do that.
I think do I get special exemption to go and work?
What about wee? You got a wee in the
Guys,
box.
It is as it's mapped out there. That's it. There's
So
no
you'd have
exemption.
to wee in
How
the
do
box.
I play rugby league
Well, mate, it's the off season. All those things,
for a year?
all those semantics. It doesn't just.
House arrest is house arrest.
I'm going
jail
to
is
jail.
jail.
I'm going to jail, baby.
I'm going to jail for a month.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm look forward to the rest.
Yeah.
Where are you, Jack?
Listen to you two.
Look forward to the sex.
Ew.
What do you know?
Yeah, mate, I could make a few friends in jail, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine
Oh my
all,
God, I'm
all,
sitting with 3 jailbirds.
all 3 of us in a gang.
Yeah. Yeah, we form a gang.
That'd be
Yeah,
cool.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, well,
What
what
would
I'm not
our
coming to
name
visit.
be?
because I'm in house arrest.
Yeah, cool.
Cool.
That's fine.
Okay.
What else we got? Trish, your rules?
Okay, so I'm off to Italy for a week. Yes. So there are certain rules that you need to all abide by.
What a shame if Mount Etna went off and you got stuck there for 6
I know.
months.
I'm actually taking a big suitcase now. I was going to do hand luggage, but I thought, no, big suitcase. So I was just, I'm going to need all the help I can. Okay, these are the rules. You two?
Okay.
Okay, no strippers.
Oh, boo.
No strippers.
Well, sorry, Coop, you have to cancel that.
Unless they don't mind whizzing the vacuum around, then they can stay in clean.
Whizzing on the floor, I thought you were
Oh,
going to say.
no.
Or Dad's
Golden
chest.
shower.
Oh, no. No parties.
Okay.
Oh, that's
And in bed by midnight,
Why do we have to be in bed by midnight?
just because you should.
Hell.
Feed the pets. I'll listen to you two high-fiving, you pair of knobs.
Yeah.
And make sure they have plenty of water.
Yeah.
And
Of course.
put the bins out. And most importantly, put the bins out before everyone else in the street, because that's my thing.
Okay.
Why?
Because
Why?
I do, because they look to me for leadership to know which bin to
yeah.
put out for the week.
How egocentric of you.
No, I have a name. I'm the bin
Bin
something.
chicken.
No.
Chicken?
Thanks, you ibis. Hey,
Just quickly, the rule window just shut. You left out lap dances.
yeah, of
Whoosh.
course.
Has anyone set rules for Trish, considering she's going
Okay.
over to the city of love?
Yes.
Ah,
Oh
that's
no,
it.
well, a place of love.
Yeah, the island of love, F-Boy Island. I'll say, okay, no porking fellow Italians.
Okay.
Yeah, no getting your tits out on the beach.
Well, there's no chance of that.
And the big one, no drugs, right? I
No
know how much you love your blow and your speed, but just no one's there to look after you, okay?
All right.
They're my
Okay,
rules.
I should be good.
Yeah, please. Jack, your recipe of the week.
Mate, my recipe
Short and quick.
of the week is it's just I'll do what I did for you the other day, Cobber. I did veal with garlic, vegetables, and potatoes, and green pepper sauce.
Okay, how'd you make it?
Well, you
Sounds like there's been a lot more preparation put into that meal than there has this segment.
Every
That's
week.
basically what a recipe is. We need to know how to make it.
I didn't realize.
Next
I
week,
didn't
yeah.
realize this was going to be like a
regular?
regular thing.
Next week, maybe think about we'll do. Jack, tell us about how you go through drive-through at McDonald's.
What do you mean? It's on the rundown every week. Last week you did potato bake, and it was Dylan's potato bake, and you just said, and when Mum pressed you
I
about
got
how to
the,
make it. Sorry, go.
Well, I've actually got plenty of feedback about that potato bake. So
Cool.
how dare you?
Was it good? Feedback?
Yeah, it was decent. People can relate to me.
Yeah. People
Yeah.
people left their compliments in the will.
Simple cooking. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, just
Simple
okay.
cooking for a simple man.
Just tell us what your garlic vegetables are like. I mean, everyone can pan fry a piece of veal and make a peppercorn sauce. Tell us, what do you do to your garlic vegetables to make them special? Get the kids eating them.
Oh well, I boil some. I steam some carrot and some zucchini.
Yeah.
And then on the side, I'm boiling potatoes. And then once they're all ready to go, I chuck them in on a tray, and then mix together some oregano, garlic paste, olive oil, and some chives and rosemary. Sorry.
Yeah,
and
love
mix it all together, and then sort of try and cover all the potato and vegetables, and then chuck them in the oven.
How long
and
for?
let them roast. Let them crisp up.
Okay, there you go,
just till they
people.
look, just till because they're all boiled, they're all ready to go. I'm just waiting for
Yeah.
them to crisp up.
You just want a little
Think
browning.
of that
I
meal.
like it.
I
Yeah, I like it.
I
There you
don't know
go.
what end is going to come out.
What you've got to understand is some people actually have no idea about cooking. None.
Okay.
Sometimes I make
Ooh.
something and people go,
People in
"Oh
glass
my
houses.
god!" You know,
Glass-
it's
glass
like
houses.
it's like the scene from the castle.
Sounds like you're
And
speaking
it's
from
the
experience.
simplest
Well done,
thing.
Jack. Glass
so
houses.
someone somewhere will appreciate that.
Okay,
So good on you,
thank
Jack.
you. Well, just to settle down for a sec, we're going to go to a quick break, and we'll be back with some of your favourite segments. Welcome back to the podcast. Dad, why don't you take your hot or not?
Okay, hot or not this week's a really simple one. It's a visual one. I'm going to show people over the how do I screw over it, Dave? Camera. Sorry.
What about the podcast? What about the listeners?
Yes,
Yeah.
and the listeners as well.
Our listeners
But
are priority.
There's a photo here. I don't know if people can see.
Okay, if you want to see
Can-
this, you'll have to
can-
go to YouTube, which will come out
So,
later in
on
the week.
YouTube, but it is basically it's a.
Hold it up.
What is it a photo of?
we'll see
It's
if
Leonardo
this-
DiCaprio.
Yes. Yep. Okay. It's a photo of Leonardo DiCaprio. Now, firstly, without the
are we
photo, is Leonardo DiCaprio hot or not?
Oh, he's okay.
Yeah.
I think he's hot.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
do
hot.
you?
I
Okay.
think he's hot, baby.
Yeah. Well, let's just
I never got on the Leonardo train.
let's just take a little twist to that. Hot or not, Leonardo DiCaprio with his shirt off.
Well, I need to see it.
Yeah. Have a little look at that.
Oh, it's just an
It's
unfit body.
Mate, it's worse than that. He looks like a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
And actually,
tiny
I
little
might
skinny
add-
arms, skinny
I
legs.
thought it was Russell
big
Crowe.
gut.
Like, Matt, the thing is, that could be
Shout out to
anyone. It's
Russell.
quite distant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just because it's been labelled as him doesn't mean that it is him.
Trish, it's him.
Oh, of course it
Okay.
is.
Yeah,
Thank
I'm
you for
saying
supporting me on that
I'm
segment.
saying hot because I don't think Leonardo DiCaprio is good looking man because of his body. He's good looking man
His
because
eyes.
of his acting skills and because of his facial features.
And doesn't he have a new movie coming out that we spoke about the other week? Didn't you know
Yes.
about it, Matt? With
Yeah.
whom?
Jack, it's Killings of the Flower Moon, it's called.
Yeah, that's the one, Cole.
Win
Yeah.
all the Academy Awards.
Oh, okay. I'm looking forward to that.
Right, is that all you got for Hot or Not?
No, that's it.
Is that it?
That was it.
Wow, that was good.
That might hit the end at
think-
4, maybe not. Who knows?
All right, we've got a special little Cooper's quiz today. So it's going to be. I'm going to give
Sorry,
you.
Cooper, before you begin, who won last week's quiz? Remember?
Yeah,
You had the list.
Jack won.
Jack Johns.
Oh.
Jack won. I came second. Dad third. Well done. Trish, you came last.
Well, that's unbelievable because I got some feedback.
Oh,
People
really?
liking my movies.
Cool.
Yeah.
Your sisters or something. So I'm going to give each of you a letter, and it's going to be a 5-question quiz. You have 20 seconds to complete it. Gav, I might get you to get the timer out on your phone.
How many seconds to complete?
So you have 20 seconds, right?
Okay.
Here you
And
go.
it's you only get 5 seconds. I mean, sorry, you get 5 questions. So the question, I'll give you the questions now.
Yeah.
It's a country, a food, a band or singer, an animal, and an activity.
I could do it off the
Well,
cuff. I used to
just-
play this and
okay.
train
Just-
for this as a child.
Thanks. Well, why don't we start with you then?
Let's say
Okay, go.
country, food.
Food,
Yep.
band or singer,
Yep.
an animal, and an activity. But I'll yell it out to you. So it's okay.
Okay.
All right.
Are there four? Just four?
5, Trish. Where did you go wrong?
I've missed one.
Don't worry. It doesn't
all
matter. Okay. Trish,
Yep.
I'm going to start your letter, since you're so good at it,
Yeah.
with Z. Go.
Zambia,
Food,
Zinger Burger.
band or singer,
I'll come back to that.
animal.
Zoo visit.
Animal.
Zebra.
Yeah, and band or singer. 5 seconds.
Zoe Kravitz.
Nice. Does she count, Zoe Kravitz?
Yes, she has released a song.
16.5 seconds. Well done, Trish.
Okay.
And now I gave you a hard one.
I told you I was good. Yeah, I noticed. Thank you.
One more time for me.
I
Kit.
literally-
Food, country, animal, band, singer. Was there one more?
Activity. But don't just yell them all out at once. Like I'll say
The
country
quiz-
food.
The quiz master wants his time.
Quiz. I shouldn't have even told you before. The quiz master
Okay.
needs his discipline.
Here we go.
All right, Dad, I'm going to start with you. And your letter is M. Country.
Macedonia.
Food.
Meatballs.
3. Band or singer.
Meatloaf.
Animal.
Next one.
Activity.
Mud sliding.
Animal. Oh, time's out.
Oh, and that was easy.
A mouse.
Oh, God, I hate mice.
Jesus.
Mud sliding. That's questionable as well.
Yeah, I thought for sure I knew the answer to that one.
Turkish
Activity.
mud sliding. Okay, Jack, you need to beat 16.5 seconds to win. Okay? Do you think you're up to the challenge? I'm going to give you the letter B. Country.
Strong start.
Budapest.
No, that's a city.
B-
Think South America.
Jesus, Brazil.
Food.
Bangers.
Band or singer? Time. Okay.
The
oh,
band.
Bruce Springsteen.
Shit, B got me.
Oh, my God.
I tell you.
Okay, can I, as the quiz master, can I give him another go, guys?
Yeah.
you go,
Because I
go.
just
Go
think he was a little bit rattled.
I think so too.
Jack, let's get straight back into it, okay? I'm not going to give you B again. I'm going to give you the letter D. Go, country.
How'd that uni exam go?
Django.
Country.
Denmark.
I can't even think of it.
Denmark.
One with Denmark. Yeah. Is that it?
Yeah.
Is there another
Oh,
country?
Jesus.
3, 2, 1.
What is there? What else is there with D?
Only need one,
I only
bro.
need one. Jesus.
Anyone else have one?
A D. Another
Yeah.
country with D.
These nuts.
Not exactly easy now, is it?
No, but Denmark came straight to mind.
Australia? I don't know.
Django?
Yeah. Well, Trish, you won that. Pass.
Thank you. I told you.
It's
Like,
a good. It's a fun game.
oh, I used to play
Yeah.
it. You just, and the best bit about that game is anyone can play it. As a kid, I used to sit and play it on my own. I'd work my way through the entire alphabet, so when I did play with other people, I had words prepared.
Doha.
Wow.
but
That's what you call
Doha. Is
preparation.
that a country or is that a...
No, Doha, I
an
think
emirate?
it's a city.
If any of our listeners were playing along, then let us know what time you guys got it in. If you got it in under, if you beat Trish or anything, let us know.
Dagestan. Yeah.
Oh.
Dagestan, of course.
Where's Dagestan? Up
down-
near Kazakhstan and all those places.
It's in,
Sorry, guys, I didn't get Denmark or Dagestan.
it's in the Caucasus near Russia.
Trish, we got any feedback?
I do. It's something I'd just like to point out when Matt was speaking about mice. I went to the pet store just yesterday. They sell frozen mice, like wiener mice, other mice, then large rats, medium rats. They're frozen. They're squashed.
Yeah, they to eat.
They feed them.
Yeah,
They sell them. They feed them to snakes.
Yeah, for snakes.
People that have snakes. Like there's a whole fridge of them. I walked by and I went, "What is that?"
It's pretty crook.
Yeah, but they have them all sized. Pinky mice too. I don't know what they are anyway.
Every animal has a soul, even a kookaburra, mate.
Okay, listener Felix has come out as the biggest closet rugby league fan in Victoria. So much so that he actually intentionally moved into Cooper, Harry Grant and Tyron Wishart's old house in Melbourne.
Wow.
So he tells me.
Don't
Yeah.
look under the bed, brother.
Oh.
Stay away from the walls, please, in my room.
Craig says,
Anything hits the floor in the toilet, leave it there.
Jack, I don't think Jamie Oliver has anything to worry about at this stage. Long-time listener Jamie has been trying...
Oh, and you just left it there, the poor bugger. Jack just went sad face.
Oh, no, because last week in our little blurb, it was like Jack's taking on Jamie Oliver.
Okay.
If you followed that, Cooper, Matt, you'd know.
I'd take Jamie Oliver any day.
Okay, our
That's
listener
Jack, sorry.
Jamie has been listening. Oh, God, Jesus.
Jamie Oliver.
Okay.
Come on, let's go.
He's been trying out speed dating. He's thrown away the dating apps and he's trying speed dating. He urges young people to try it.
Yeah.
He said it's a lot more fun. Well, it's quite fun and much better than Bumble or Tinder.
Yeah.
So
Good on
that's a little thing for people.
Was that
Why sit down for a meal when you go to Sizzler and there's a smorgasbord and take a selection?
No, I think speed dating would be fun. A couple of my girlfriends have done it before. They liked it.
Really?
At least you see the person. You get a vibe of their actual
Stop you
persona.
right there. You weren't listening. Your friends have tried speed.
whilst dating?
Okay, quite a few people, Hayley, Ian and Jason, got back to me on, you remember how like I'm getting calls from people saying that I've called them and they're returning my call? They're scammers. What they do, and the purpose of it, they mask their international numbers with Aussie numbers so that people are more likely to pick up the phone for bothering scamming calls. You know how usually they'll come up from Guatemala or Barbados or somewhere bizarre. So it'll come up as a local number. People are more inclined to answer it, which is shitty.
Nice.
And Nathan says, Jack, your zingers are so good, I have to go back and re-listen to them.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
They're a little bit more cerebral
Yeah.
than we give them credit for.
Yeah, try. Okay. Any
How's
tips?
our time?
Tips for this week, yeah, like for people who like good books, I'm about to start reading. I bought it last night. A book called The Eagles, Dark Desert Highway, How America's Dream Band Turned into a Nightmare.
Wow.
So, yeah, it's supposed to
Cool.
be very good.
Have we got anything else?
There's lots of bands coming up at the end of the year. Foo Fighters have just announced. Taylor Swift's coming at the end of the year.
Keith
There's
Swizzle.
quite a few.
Yeah. Luke Combs is soon.
Yeah, that's soon. There's no tickets for that.
Slipknot.
Yeah. Cowbell Corpse.
really?
Touring again.
You know who told me the other day they're a really big Slipknot fan? Berwick Barnes.
Now Berwick Barnes, who was a Wallaby, played for the Broncos as well. Yeah, right. He works with you guys, huh?
He does some work with us.
Yeah,
Yeah, does some work with a lot of the young fellas
Slipknot,
and some of the kickers and catchers.
Slipknot.
Slipknot. He said he went to the concert not expecting big things, but he said the crowd was quite lively, as you can imagine at a Slipknot concert.
Do you know who I'd like to see that I would never really thought that I would like to see? I'd like to.
Megadeth.
No, Metallica.
Well, do you know...
I would really like to see Metallica.
Well, do you know Megadeth was spawned out of Metallica?
Were they?
Yeah, they kicked out the lead guitarist, and he went and formed...
No, bassist.
Oh, the bassist. Sorry, Jack, don't get in the way of my lies. He kicked out the bassist, and he went and formed Megadeth.
Yeah, right.
Is that a word? Bassist?
Yeah.
Bass guitarist.
It's the guy who... Oh, bassist.
Yeah.
No, bass guitarist, maybe.
Anyway,
Why don't you wrap it up today?
well, guys, that's all we've got time for. I hope you enjoyed it. It was a little bit random today. We recorded it just before lunchtime. I enjoyed it.
Actually, I've got a tip. I've been picking up Cooper on it. He's been saying "I seen" a lot. It's never "I seen." If you're going to use the word "seen," it has to be used with "have seen" or "had seen." Otherwise, it's "I saw."
Yeah, I say I saw.
I say I saw, and yet you've been saying I seen.
So it's like that...
Sally
it's,
sells seashells.
it's like the Hoodoo Gurus song, What's Mine Have Seen.
That's
What's
a homophone,
mine have
Matthew.
seen.
That's in another lesson entirely.
Righto.
Okay. Have a great week, everyone.
See you, Jack.
Bye. Love you, Jack. Ciao.
What's my